Let's do this again. Here we go. Not every woman in your life is meant to stay. Some were only meant to teach you how to let go. And probably you were also meant to teach some people how to let go, depending on what part of the circle you're standing in, what part of the divide you belong to. You might also have been a lesson for someone, but this is hoping that you were not the lesson and they were the lesson. We have friends who feel like home. They've seen the good, they've seen the bad, they've seen the ugly, and yet they decided to stay friends with us. And we have seen the good, we have seen the ugly, we have seen the bad in people, and we decided to still stay friends with them too as well. Today, I just want us to talk about the three types of women you may need to release for the sake of your peace. As healing girls, peace is key. So let's ease right into it. Welcome back to the For Healing Girls YouTube channel. My name is Omolola Dodu, and if this is your first time seeing my lovely face, you're welcome. And I want to say a special welcome to my new subscribers. I had about 10 new subscribers after my first video, and it got me so excited. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm doing something right, yeah? So you're welcome, and then welcome to my existing subscribers. You guys know I love you. And as I always say, I enjoy doing this more than I enjoy my 9 to 5. I'm just putting this out there so you know I take this really serious. And I'm always looking for content to edify your soul, to edify your spirit, to help your healing journey. And so today I want to talk to you about the three types of women that I have experienced. And you might have experienced them too, you might not have experienced them too, whatever the case is. You need to know this kind of women and what to do and how to just release that friendship peacefully for the sake of your peace of mind. And I'm wondering, is this a segment on girlhood unfiltered? I would say yes. So if you had seen the first video introducing girlhood unfiltered, you're welcome to the official first segment after the introduction of Girlhood Unfiltered. So, Girlhood Unfiltered is where we just speak to young girls about the experiences that we've had as women in our 30s and late 20s, whatever the case might be, because I intend to bring on women here to talk about those things. I just got to a new city, so I'm still settling down, still finding my community, or not finding, I'm not, or looking or finding. No, I'm not looking or finding a community. I'm just being myself and hoping and knowing that the right people will find me and I also find the right people. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yes. So as soon as I'm able to do that, I'm going to bring as many people as I can, as many healing women as I can, to just speak to younger women about life and how to go about life in such a way that you're enriching your inner life. That's important to me. There are lots of people who talk about your finances, who talk about fashion, and I love such content too as well. So I am just lending my voice to the cause of helping women to build this rich inner life for themselves, spiritually and emotionally. That's what I am about. That's what the For Healing Girls YouTube channel is about. And that's what the Girlhood Unfiltered segment or playlist is about. So let's ease into the topic for today. Friendship is a very touchy subject. I have had friends. I think one thing that makes me um, impressed with my life is the fact that I have had the same friends for over a decade. For over a decade, is it decade or decade? Oh my God. I don't know what accent that is, but I've had friends for, I've had people in my life that we've been friends for over 10 years. I have friends that we've been friends for getting to 15 years. And then some of my best girls, I met them while working at a radio station in Abuja, Nigeria. We've been friends getting to, I think, about 8 years now. And the friendship has been lovely. And throughout this journey, I've had some friends drop off on the way. And I have had some people drop me off too on the way because, guys, nobody is perfect. You might be thinking you are the perfect friend. That's a possibility that you're one of those people that like to look out for your friends. But don't be surprised if people drop you like it's hot. Don't be surprised. It has sometimes nothing to do with you. And then sometimes definitely has something to do with you, yeah, because they notice something that they didn't want in their life moving forward. And you have to take it as like a champ. You have to take it like a champ. As I say, you are a big girl. I am a big girl. We're big girls. We can handle criticism. We can handle the heartbreak and the hurts and not take it too personally. Don't forget, we don't pick offense unnecessarily and or rather at all. You don't, if you want to have this inner rich life, then you want to watch my video on offense and how it cancels out healing. I digress. Three kinds of women you need to release for your peace. So number one, the competitive friend, aka the secret rival. This friend, let's talk about the red flags. This friend constantly compares themselves with you, compare themselves with you. They have the subtle jabs they throw at you. They downplay your wins, the backhand compliments. They are the friends that will be like, "Oh, wow, today you left your hair flying. Ah, now wow, you look nice, Sha." You know, the friends that will give a compliment, but at the same time, as they're giving you the compliment, it's almost like they chipped an atom away from your self esteem. So, why is the competitive friend, aka the secret rival, why is she harmful? Here's why. You always feel the need to perform when you're around such a person. You always feel like you need to look good 247. It's like a new relationship with a guy, yeah, where you feel like you need to impress him with your beauty and your fashion sense. But now with this friend, it's almost like 247, you're on surveillance. You have to look good, you have to feel the need to perform. You cannot be vulnerable. Say you're having a bad day and you just feel like just being in bed or just showing up not as your best self that day, it's going to be difficult with this friend because you cannot be vulnerable with them. A little story. While I was growing up, I grew up in the city of Jos, Nigeria, very cool place. You should definitely visit if you are in Nigeria and you haven't, or if you intend to go to Nigeria. Jos is, I think, one of the liveliest places in Nigeria, one of the soul places, jazzy, soul. I digress. But I grew up in Jos, and I grew up in a neighborhood. I want to call the name, but for privacy reasons, I won't. I'll hold on to that information. I'll set boundaries strongly with that. I grew up in this neighborhood, and I had this friend, and she was quite competitive. If I make my hair up in a bun in a ponytail, she wants to do the same. If I do this, she wants to do it too. And I didn't see it as a problem because I thought, oh, we're like twinnies, we're soul sisters, yeah. And then one day she came to my house. I used to have extreme menstrual pain, uh, cramps. I don't know if the English is correct, but I used to have extreme cramps. And she came to my house one day, and there I was looking all, gloomy. I was in pain. And she said, oh, please, can you escort me to just buy vegetables down the street? So from my house, you can see the stall of the woman that sells the veggies. And then I was in my era of fitness. Even when fitness was not a thing, I didn't really know much about the fitness industry. This was when I was like, let's say about 15, 16 years. I still took my fitness serious. I always took long walk. I went on long walks. I ran for my school, very long distance, even though I came last, but I finished the race. That's important. So yeah, I loved fitness at that point. And I had read that when I'm having cramps, I should try and move. It's going to help. And I was into yoga too then. So I said, okay, you know what? I'll escort you. Maybe the walk will help. So I had this jeans that was already stained with blood, but just a little bit. And because of the way I was feeling, I'm like, what can I wear? And just was cold that season, mind you. So I just picked up the jeans and I wore the jeans. And it had a little bit of blood on it. And I escorted her, and that was it. I came back home, laid down. And a few weeks later, I heard from quite a number of people that I was repeating jeans with blood on it. So you see, that was one of my first real lessons in friendship. I'm like, girl, what? You said I should escort you and I escorted you. So where is this talk coming from? Like I was in pain. I just slipped on the first thing that my hands touched so I could escort you. But that's it. With the secret rival friend, you can't be yourself. You can't be vulnerable. Anything you do sort of can be used against you. So, what's the healing girl tip for this kind of friend? True sisterhood uplifts, guys. A true friend will not be in competition with you. A true friend will be truly happy for your good news. And when you're down, a true friend will also be there for you, will uplift you. Sisterhood uplifts. I believe in the power of female friendships. I'm not in the gang or with the group of women who say, oh, they don't make friends with women, women are this, women are that. I don't belong to that school of thought. I belong to the school of thought of sisterhood, that sisterhood uplifts and does not compete. A mature woman, a healing woman, a woman who knows what she's about will not waste her time in flimsy competition with you. And don't confuse proximity for support because sometimes a competitive friend can always be all up in your business, all up in your space. And you think like, oh, she likes me, she's always around, but sometimes it's not really that. So just watch out for that, for those signs. And sometimes for you to be attuned to the signs, you have to be discerning. And so you want to work on your discernment. Definitely going to do a video on discernment. But let's move. The number two woman is the emotionally draining friend, aka the energy vampire. And I was writing this script me myself, I was like, a little bit dramatic, but yeah, the drama is okay once in a while. Yeah. So what's the red flag of the emotionally draining friend, aka the energy vampire? Here is the red flag. Only calls when they need something from you, never checks on you, makes everything about them. Do you have friends like that? Do you have friends like that? That they will forget your existence, but once it is time, like, oh, I have a friend that writes, "Hi Lola, yeah. So I was just thinking, and I remember that you write. So I was thinking if you could help me, Sometimes there's nothing wrong with those kind of friendships. We have acquaintances who we're not really chummy with, and they can only call us most times when they need something. That's different. I'm talking about people who you have certified and you have given the title, you have crowned them with the title of friends. You don't want a friend that only calls you when they're in trouble or when they need something from you. They never check on you. Everything is about them. I had a friend who, we were a group of friends, and when maybe we hung out as girls, uh one person is like, "Oh, today I had a very hard day," and she'll be like, "Oh, you had a very hard day. You need to see the day I had. My day was, I guess my day was harder than yours." She'll make it about her. If maybe we are talking about something, she has to bring in something relatable to herself and not really show empathy for the other person. And then we all decided that, you know what, this is getting a little bit too much. And how did we handle it? As good friends and as women who are striving towards maturity and dignity and integrity, we sat her down and we spoke to her about it. Of course, nobody really likes to be criticized. I don't really like it, but I'm getting used to it because I discovered that it's going to help my growth as a person, especially when it's coming from people who truly love me. She didn't take it well, but at the end of the day, she did think about it, and we saw some changes. So you want to be very, very careful with people who just make everything about them. They just drain you whenever they're in the space. If you tell them the sky is blue, they'll be like, "Yeah, me too, I'm blue." Or they will tell you, "I wish my eyes was blue." They will share anything you say, they will shall look for a way to make it about them. It has to just trail back to them. If you tell them you're getting married and you're showing them your engagement ring, they'll be like, "Oh, your engagement ring is so lovely. This is the exact engagement ring that I saved on my Pinterest." Now, I'm not saying that's not good. I'm saying learn to be happy for your friends. It's not when they are giving you their own good news that you sometimes bring up your own relatable good news. Sometimes the conversation flows that way, and that's nothing wrong with it. But sometimes be sensitive and empathetic and not make everything about yourself. And if you have friends that are doing that, you might want to have a talk with them. Or if it's too much, you might just want to, release them for your what? Your peace. So why is this kind of friend harmful? Number one, emotionally exhausting. Lack of, is it reciprocity? Like, I do you something, you can't do the same for me. Delayed healing due to constant pouring. Now, I'm not saying that we should not speak to each other and all. I don't want to use the word trauma dump because I really do not like all these boss words. Sometimes they can be really, really unempathetic. You can have a friend going through a really hard time and she's just talking to you about everything she's going through, and then you say, "Oh, she's trauma dumping." I don't really love those words per se. But here is the thing: if you have friends who never give but keep dumping on you, then there's a problem. Pour into your cup too as well. Don't just keep giving and then nothing is being poured into your cup. And this is the reason why, if you have a friend who is emotionally draining and exhausting, the issue with that is that as a healing girl, you will start to resent her. And resentment is not good for your inner life, for your inner peace. It's not good for your healing journey. That's what I have learned from my own journey, from my own experience, from my own path, that when you have a friend who you constantly have to pour into and never pours into you, you will start to resent them. And you don't want to be in that place because then you start being unkind, or you start lying, you start pretending, all to keep up appearance, and you don't want that. So you see why this kind of friendship is harmful. So what's the healing girl tip for this? You are not a rehab center. I say this with empathy. You're not a rehab center. Boundaries are a form of respect. And don't forget that boundaries are not upheld by other people. They are upheld by you setting the boundary. So if you have a friend that only takes from you and never gives you anything in return, then you might have to set a very hard yellow lined or red lined boundary on that friendship. And if go no go, that's a Nigerian slang. If go no go, you might have to release them for your peace. So yeah. And then finally, I think you can guess this one. I'm sure some of you are like, Lola, you've not spoken about this kind of friend though. I think you can guess this one. Can you guess this one? Okay, number three, finally, the third kind of woman, the gossip queen, aka the disloyal confidant. I wanted to be a bit dramatic in this video, yeah, but I'm still sort of catching steez, or I'm still sort of trying to maintain steez, or however they say it. I'm trying to be trendy, yeah. But really, the gossip queen, aka the disloyal confidant, you need to be careful. You need to be careful with this kind of friend. What's the red flag for this kind of friends that talk badly about everybody to you? And guess what? You know, your mom tells you, people, your mom have told you, and I'm here to remind you, people that talk to you about other people are definitely talking about you to other people. They spread private matters and they thrive on drama. Oh my God. As I'm thinking of it, I'm having PTSD. I'm having flashbacks and I'm like, God help us. This kind of friend, yeah, you don't want this kind of friend in your life, no matter what. This one, I will not even tell you to set boundaries. Please release her. And if you are that kind of friend, release yourself from gossip. Release your own self from gossip.
It's release me, rubbish.
Gossip is one of the major blockers of healing. That's what I've experienced. That's what I've learned on my path. Gossip is a heavy blocker. I made this the last so we could have time to talk about this. Gossip is a heavy blocker of healing. I'm not saying this with any sense of um, being a goody two shoes, but my friends know, my girlfriends know. I have a boundary of not talking ill about other people behind their backs. So sometimes when you come to me and you tell me, did you see what this person wore? I'm like, okay, do you want to tell her? Do you want to like just tell her that, oh, hi, I don't think yellow is your color. Do you want to tell her instead of you sitting down and just castigating her behind her back? My girlfriends know. I have a group of girlfriends, and we are all scattered all over. One is in Dubai, one is in New Zealand, two are in the UK, one is in Nigeria, several are in Nigeria. And then I have those who know each other. And then we have calls at times. And, it's so refreshing because when we talk, even one on one, like just two of us speaking, you would hardly hear the other person bringing up stuff about the other person. In fact, there was a time my one of my friend told me something that had happened in her life, and in my usual manner and her usual manner, I asked her. I said, "Have you told the others? Do you need me to tell the others?" And she said, "No. When I am ready, I will tell them." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, definitely." Definitely. And what she told me was that she had broken up with someone that she had someone that she had a very good relationship with. She just had a breakup. And that would have been something to just pick up your phone and call up the other girlfriends and be like, "Oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, so person has broken up with her boyfriend." Well, that's not the energy we give here. And I want you to imbibe that. You need to be truthful with yourself as a for healing girl. One of the things you want to do is you want to be truthful with yourself. You want to edit your life as often as you can and make sure that you are not the gossip. Because it's so easy to point fingers and say, "Oh, yes, release those women, they are bad women." But no, you need to also point inward and search inward. Am I also that kind of woman? So why is this kind of friend harmful? They breed mistrust. They are unsafe. They are unsafe. Like they themselves are an unsafe space for vulnerability, and they poison your peace. Because what kind of life do you want to live where constantly when you meet with your girlfriends you're only talking about people? I know that Bridgerton told us that gossip is a sort of currency and made it look really lovely and all. And there's a place for it in society, yeah. But can you leave that place in society for those that want to be the bosses and the informants and the workers of that space? Can you remove yourself from that space and decide that wherever you are, you're going to be a safe haven for other women? Can you do that? Yeah, because I am on that journey. I've been on that journey, and I'm telling you, it's been peaceful. And one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel was because I am experiencing so much peace in my life, and I just thought of how can I share these things I'm learning? How can I share these things that are enriching my inner life and giving me peace? And that's why I'm doing this. Yeah. So one of the reasons why this peace has been flowing is I stay away from women who constantly talk about other people behind their back. What is your healing tip? What's the healing girl tip for this? Is if peace is your priority, silence is golden, and so is discernment. You want to keep quiet. It's not everything you see, you say. There are many things I've observed. And I'm married, and you know how we talk about how your partner can be your gossip buddy. But there's so many things I observe, and I don't have the need to come and sit down with my husband and say, you know what I saw the other person doing? Do you know what I saw this family doing? We don't even want that energy. We have so much to talk about, and there's just so little time. Yeah, a lifetime is quite short, and there's just so much to talk about rather than to just come on and just keep talking about other people and their lives. So you want to be really really careful. You want to be really really careful with this three sets of women. Don't forget the competitive friend, aka the secret rival. You want to be careful with her. You want to be careful with the emotionally draining friend, aka the energy vampire. I know that sounds a little bit dramatic. And then number three, you want to be careful with the gossip queen, the disloyal confidant. You want to be really, really careful with her. She can wreck peace. She can wreck peace. And you know how I always talk about not wanting to sound woo woo, but that's a spiritual matter right there that you don't want to dabble into. So, friendship is sacred, you guys. Is not everybody, if you heard what I said, it's not everybody that you take the crown of friendship and then you crown them with the title of friendship in your life. You want to get to know people. Give yourself time to get to know people. The way we treat our romantic relationships and the decisions we make around whether we want to date a guy or marry a guy or not, I think we should use that same scrutiny for our friendships. Yes, I do that. When you meet people, don't just be all up in their face and say, oh no, we hit it off and we're friends. Give yourself time. Let people reveal themselves to you. And you also reveal yourself to people over time. Don't be too much in a hurry to rush into friendships. Protect your circle like your healing depends on it because it does. It does. So, journaling prompts. I want you to be truthful. As I said, it can be easy to it can be easy to point fingers at other people and say, oh, that person is not safe, that person is a bad woman, a bad friend, a bad influence. But sometimes we need to look inward. So I want you to look inward. Ask yourself, am I any of this kind of three women that we have discussed in this video today? Am I this kind of friend? Am I the disloyal friend? Am I the gossip queen? Am I the energy draining friend? I want you to be truthful with yourself. And after that, I want you to be truthful with yourself for another tunneling prompt, which is who are the people in my life that I need to release for my peace? No hard feelings. How do I release those people? No hard feelings. So I want you to comment down below which of this kind of women have you encountered before. Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you're trying to build healthy friendships, then know that For Healing Girls is definitely your safe space. We're going to create a community, and I'm very sure that like minded girls will come here. And who knows, you could meet your soul sisters right here on the For Healing Girls YouTube channel. Until you see my lovely face again, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to leave a comment on this video. And if you have questions, if you have rants, you just want to talk, there's an anonymous link right beneath this video in the description and in the description box. Leave your comments on the anonymous link and I'll get to it. And yeah, what's the affirmation for this video? I'll be very honest with you. I didn't write any affirmation. So let me think up an affirmation right here and right now. So, The affirmation for this video is I choose friendships that nourish my soul, honor my boundaries, mirror the love I give. I am worthy of safe, sacred sisterhood. Until I come your way again in my next video, it's bye and stay healing, stay thriving, stay blooming, and stay budding. Bye.